Yeah, here with us Mr. Khem Lakai, Chairman of PATA, Nepal Chapter, and I am Vijay Kumar from Travel and Tour World, digital media with 13 million followers. How you are looking this fifth edition of Himalayan Travel Mart?
Thank you so much, Mr. Vijay Kumar. This is our fifth edition, as you rightly mentioned. We needed a platform where a Himalayan buyer and seller can gather, and they do business and they also celebrate like a festival. Travel tourism is all about celebrations.
Exactly.
Right? So this idea emerged in 2017, was disrupted for a couple of years, but we're now in fifth edition. And this is becoming better and better with a better quality buyer and exhibitors. We could have doubled the number, but because of our size limitations, so we're limited. And you will still see the sizable number of presents there.
Exactly, yes. Sir. It was a means very up to mark, sir.
Yes, we're very happy. We have participants from the buyers from 30 different nationalities.
Exactly, sir.
And sellers from 6 different nationalities. Because we must not forget that when we call Himalaya, we have to forget for a moment about the border. This stretches and goes from India and all the way through Nepal, Bhutan. All of this stretch is Himalaya, and including the stretch of Tibet. Everything is Himalaya, right? And so this signifies a boundaryless, massive momentum, which helps support lives of almost quarter of a world's population, which is 2 billion population, depend on Himalaya. And that's why Himalayas are very important. And in this current time, travel tourism is one thing. Of course, there are buyers, there are sellers, there are products for well-being from hotels, resorts, adventure, all of this. It's there. But more than that, we also had a sensational conversation around climate crisis. How do we protect? How do we become mindful? How do we create meaningful tourism? Was also a topic. And so this is why it's a combination of business, pleasure, adventure, and at the same time exploration and wisdom. What can we do collectively for our Himalayas so that we can prevent environmental degradation? How can we protect? How can we do the business without harming the nature?
Exactly. No, it was a nice point.
Right.
And so after pandemic, we have seen that there was a huge surge in incoming tourists. Last year, the tourists coming to Nepal crossed 1 million, sir.
Right.
Do you have some projection in the coming year that it will go more and more?
Sure. What we have to understand is obviously now there are more products, there are more offerings, there are more hotels and resorts opening. So obviously, number-wise, we need more tourists. But we also have to be realistic that tourism is not just about number. It's volume and value.
Exactly, sir.
If we have if we offer a product that is up to the mark, maybe low volume can also, give enough mileage to the business people.
Exactly, sir.
And that's what the world is looking for. Low volume, high value product. And I think Nepal is ready, and Nepal will gradually increase. But also travel and tourism is always susceptible to different change, geopolitical change. There are crises. There were earthquakes in the past, for sure. Right? It's something beyond our control, and sometimes. But despite all of those challenges, human nature is we are resilient, right? Things happen, and then we wait for a moment, and then we go for it again.
Exactly.
And holiday is, I think, holiday travel and tourism is one of the highest expression of human, because you feel good. You travel to another place, you forget all your whatever is going on in your life. You feel renewed, with the connection of new people, seeing new places, meeting new people. It rejuvenates you, right? That's why the travel tourism is so important. And we need to find and explore for more and more people can travel, and our people in the industry can benefit.
Oh, that's one. So, means what are the 2 or 3 biggest upcoming project to make Nepal as a global destination and international tourism hub?
This is a very interesting question. We have 1,310 mountains above 6,000 meters. We only talk about Mount Everest, Mount Annapurna, and few others, right? And then the crowd is only going this established place. What we need to do is mountaineering and trekking and adventure and nature hopping is good for your well-being. Why not offer those alternative places where people have never been there, right? That's the next big thing for me. Not just the traditional route. That's fine if you wish to climb Mount Everest. There's only one Mount Everest in the world. You have to go to the Khumbu region for sure. It's fair enough, right? But not everybody is looking for climbing Mount Everest. There are 5,000 meter, 4,000 meter, 6,000 meter, 7,000 meter. We have 7,000 plus meter mountains. Going to the lap of those Himalayas are equally exciting, if not better. So I think we need to be mindful about those offerings. And when I say offering, more and more people are tired of over-tourism. They don't want to go to a trekking where this is crowd, right?
Exactly.
You want to avoid the crowd. Most of the people live in urban, and holiday and trekking means you want to go to the quiet place, in the most natural place.
Exactly.
And that's what Nepal can offer, number one. Number two, community tourism is big. Now people want to come to explore any countries in South Asia. They want to go and explore the unexplored, want to meet the community, want to witness the life, wants to make the difference in their life in the community. You know, the handicraft they make, the story they have, you know, the cuisine they offer. So that is a big attraction. So, and at the same time, there's a well-being is coming up very strongly now because people have a very hectic life, and holiday is to just stop, unwind, and reboot yourself so that you can go on without compromising your health and well-being, right? And so this is what I see as a big thing. Well-being, number one. So anything around well-being is big. Adventure is also part of well-being, as you know that people heal automatically if they are in the they surrender to the nature. If you are in the lap of Himalaya, if you're walking in the beautiful trails surrounded by beautiful blue pine forest and backdrop of the Himalayas, it heals you, right?
Exactly.
And that's what the holiday is for. So that's what I believe that will happen in the next decades.
And what are the biggest challenges that you're looking for, means you see in the coming time, apart from the climate change and the trade war which is currently going on? And do you think there are the biggest challenges apart from that also?
I think thanks to the media like yours and social media now, because in the past we only had to rely on mainstream media. So many people, whoever wanted to sell or push, those destinations got sold, right? But now there are individual influencers, bloggers, and social media influencer who has very huge influence on travelers, right? And so, and traveler itself, if they go and talk about something they explore, it gets spread out so quick, it reaches to the mass audience. We as a seller, we as a destination, or any destination across South Asia, our challenge is like, okay, tourists will come if this is beautiful, but how do you benefit as a local? Do you have accommodation? Can you offer something local, typical that people would like to buy? Those are our challenge, because most of the time you have a nice place, you go there, buy by car, by jeep, by motorbike, by walking. Okay, fair enough. But once you are there, you want to have a nice functional room. You want to have a good food, right? And those fundamentals we need to build. And those fundamentals sometimes are only centered in already known locations. And I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, that's there, that's already there. Hundreds of hotels are there in established destination. But what about that pristine mountain and there's not even a mountain hut? That's where the business is. Because
Exactly,
people
sir.
will go when they have a conformity that I can have a good night's sleep. I can taste the local delicacy. I have the most hospitable people who know how to take care of others. Right? This is the next big thing we need to move. Really.
And when the challenges come, there is always an opportunity over there.
Right.
So, which are the opportunities you find these are the opportunity we have?
You see, if I say for Nepal, we're blessed because we're very neutral country, and we're very tolerant, like India. Right?
Exactly,
And so we enjoy our own life. We don't bother much about others, right? And whatever their beliefs, whatever their desire, we're very accommodative. Our hospitality is in our blood, right? So that is the biggest strength in tourism. But now in offering, we have to begin to see not what we like to offer, but what tourists would prefer. So, yesterday's presentation, I want to refer that.
Yeah.
Mirror market means sometimes a lot of our offerings are what I like. I think that this concrete building would be good for tourists. But did you ask what tourists actually like to prefer? They prefer to live in a wooden house, something that is natural,
Exactly,
something
sir,
that basic. I want to eat a local food with the local people. I don't want to have pizza in the mountain. Maybe some people sometimes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But if I'm traveling to this destination, if I'm going to Calcutta, I want to have what Calcutta has best to offer. And sometimes I ask the cab drivers. That was in Bhutan, for example. I wanted to experience Bhutan in 2018, and everything was in package. My hotel, my transportation, everything.
Fine.
And I asked the driver, "Can you take me to the place where you usually eat?" Because the fantastic part of travel, the driver knows the best location where to eat the local food. He said, "No, I cannot take you to the local place because that's against the rule." And why? Because if people get sick, because you paid the package, so you got to eat. You have free lunch, free breakfast. Everything is included in the package. Why don't you eat in a 5-star hotel?
Yeah.
But I'm not a kind of person. Okay, sometimes you have a work, you eat in 5-star hotel. But I enjoy the most when I go to the local people. I want to know what local people enjoy the most. That's the beautiful part of holiday, right? If I'm in Delhi, I would like to go on a street and then want to have a pav bhaji there, standing there, just like how local enjoy. And that's beautiful for me, right? And he finally was convinced, and I had, third story, real nice Bhutanese local meal, and I was really, really happy, right? And that's what it is. A lot of travelers today want to enjoy the local things.
Exactly, sir.
Yeah. And so I want to remember one very strong line that our friend Dr. Talib Rafai was a UNWTO General Secretary. He always used to say this: a country that is best enjoyed by its own people is the country any tourist will like.
No, this is thumb rule, sir.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I want to see you happy. It's not like if I'm going to any destination, I want to see that these people are enjoying whatever their culture, their rituals, whatever they do, their food, everything. And that gives me joy and wants me to try what they are trying, right? That's tourism.
Exactly.
So don't feel obliged that, now I have a gura and I think he must be eating this, so I have to offer this. No, that's not necessary.
Exactly, sir.
There are some people, and for that there is 5-star hotel, right? You're in a 5-star hotel and you get what you want. You pay the premium and you get what you want. And for some time you also need that comfort zone. If you're working and you are a very tight business schedule, you may want to do that. But other than that, you want to be out there, enjoy the life with local people, right? So that's what it is.
And the recent simplified visa policy of Nepal tourism, visa, some kind of visa free or visa on arrival. Do you think that will boost the tourism in Nepal? So,
Absolutely, it does. You know, sometimes I wonder. Nepal and India, we share open border, 1,600 kilometer open border.
exactly, sir.
Indian don't need visa to come to Nepal. Nepalese don't need visa to go to India. How many countries have that? How lucky we are.
Yeah.
And India is not a country; it's a continent. You have got, you can travel all your life, and it's still not finished, right? And similarly, for Indians to come to Nepal, be it for pilgrimage, be it for adventure, be it for well-being, be it for just simple nature hub, it's out there. But I only get surprised sometimes. Well, tourism has segment. There are some casino tourism. Some people just like to come to the border city, play casinos and go. Okay, that's a segment. I don't want to talk about that. But more than that, there's so much to offer in this country, and I think this awareness is not there. And somehow in our mind, you feel complicated. Oh, maybe it's not safe and this and this. And a lot of people say this to me personally. Oh my God, why did I not come? It was so easy. You know, and
Exactly.
people are so friendly. Food is relatable. People are hospitable, and it's just there. I don't even need to take a flight sometimes. I mean, from India, I just
Exactly.
reserve a vehicle and you're here, right? In few hours time, you're in cool mountain
Yeah,
village
definitely,
there.
definitely.
And so, having said your core question about visa is the main thing. Many countries that succeeded in digitizing those processes.
Yeah, this writing, yeah.
Yeah, and that will help boost tourism tremendously.
Exactly,
I
sir.
want to share you one example. Recently, I was in.
It was a hassle-free.
Yeah, I was in Turkey, for example, and Turkey had online visa, and I was boarding from Zurich to come to Istanbul, and I say, I have a multiple visa, but not for Turkey. So if you have a Schengen multiple visa, then you don't need a visa for
You
Turkey.
do not need, yeah.
But they say the guy in the counter says, no, you need an e-visa. So I thought maybe now I'm in a trouble. But I went, found the link, filled all the required information, paid by the credit card, and within a minute I had a visa in my email.
Email,
And I went there
exactly.
to the counter in next 3 minutes, and this guy was also surprised. Oh, now you have a visa. He was still in a disbelief. He went to the supervisor to show whether this is a real visa or not, right? And says, oh, okay, this is a real visa. This is what we need in today's digital
Exactly,
age.
sir.
I mean, you must have noticed. People don't need to fill the form now to come to airport, but they still need to go and queue and pay the money and still hassle. Why should we not do what everybody else has done it?
Yeah, exactly,
Go
sir.
online, pay
Go
by
online, yeah,
credit card,
digitalization.
here's a visa, here's a QR code, go to the counter, exit. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Singapore has done it. Now I'm in Singapore, you will not see an immigration officer now. Singapore,
Exactly, sir.
It was seamless, right? So, if any other country can do it, my point is, we can also do it. We just need to have this mindset that let's move ahead, because it will empower, it will give strength to our travel and tourism industry, right? So,
Okay, sir. Thanks for giving us the time from your
Thank you so
busy
much.
schedule, sir.
Thank
It was
you
a
so
great
much. Thank you
meeting
so much.
with you.
Lovely meeting
and
you.
it was a great, whatever organized by the 5th, and it was a great event, sir.
So, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Lovely
Namaste.
meeting you. Namaste.